crazy.
No, but they also took the lead 6-5. They still had the lead, and their relief pitching was never good enough. Dodgers had the better
It had been
bullpen.
good earlier. Just Tommy Canley just collapsed with a couple of base hits and a walk, and that let them load the bases and hit a couple sac flies to take the lead.
Yeah, so now the Dodgers add another World Series to their franchise shelf, and they're now tied with the Giants. Well, I think they have 8. And they're moving on up. Red Sox are still ahead of them. Red Sox have 9, and so do the A's, I think. But that's what happens. Sometimes teams go sour, and the Yankees have gone pretty much sour since they won in 2008, I think, or 2009. I forget which one.
Yep, it's been a minute. It's been long enough for you to be excused. All right, we're back to things. Seems to be working just fine now.
Now we can talk about pro football.
Yes,
oh boy,
finally.
I'll wait all week for this. Okay.
Cue up the music here.
And this is a week that the Steelers are off, so I don't even have to think about them losing.
San Francisco and the Steelers are taking the week off. So first up, tomorrow morning at 1 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. here in Hermosa Beach, the Cowboys are playing at Atlanta, playing the Falcons here. Kind of a must-win for the Cowboys now. Or are they truly going to be humiliated?
They're below 500 now, right?
I know, yeah.
3-4.
They got to win this game to even be plausible.
Must-win game. Do the Falcons have to win this game?
And then they got to go on a roll. Falcons, yeah, they need to, but they also got New Orleans, who's kind of not just pretending to mail in the games right now. So it's not like New Orleans is going to overtake them, and you got Tampa Bay who's stumbling.
This is a classic Falcons fuck-up game. Yes. Classic, because they look like they should win. Everything kind of seems like it's falling in order for them. Their opponents kind of reeling, and for no apparent reason, they're going to come in there and shit the bed. And
you can say the Cowboys will do the same thing.
I know. That's why I picked the Falcons.
The Falcons, yeah.
They're just a better team. I'm tired of picking the Cowboys and being disappointed. So I'm just the Falcons by 3. I pray they win by 3, and then I win, right?
Yes, because
it just has to be 3 points.
Falcons are 2.5, so 3 points. That's it.
Yeah, I think Aaron went with the Falcons, right?
I think I went with the Cowboys.
I
went with them boys because they can't be this bad. They're going to get back in the hunt. They just had a great rally to get their spirits going against San Francisco, even though it fell short.
True.
I think they take care of business. I think they get it done in Atlanta.
Dak Prescott, he cannot run the ball anymore, and that's hurting his team because they're becoming very predictable. He's not a threat anymore. He's scared, and that's their big problem. What about Abe? Are you going to back me on this?
Yeah, I'm going to back you on this. I'm going to back you on the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, you look at what they did last week. They won against Tampa Bay. The Cowboys lost by, a good 6 points to the Giants, almost 30 points to the Detroit Lions. So the Cowboys are definitely on the down. The Falcons are on the uppity up. And, it's a small spread of minus 2.5. Today, the spread is a little bit higher for the Falcons. It is minus 3.5. So getting the Falcons at 2.5 is a little bit of a Chab Dog discount. So definitely, Vegas thinks that they can do 3.5, and we're talking about 2.5. So Chab Dog, I'm with you on the Falcons.
What about you, Well-Read? What's your system say?
My system says I actually should take take the favorite. So I took Atlanta.
Right, because it's not 7.5.
Yeah, it's less than 7.5. So take the favorite up to 7.5 and take the dog after.
You can't argue with the system, guys.
No,
you just can't.
The Ted Baxter system just recalibrated for 2024.
It was never
All right. And Dorothy's taking Atlanta as well.
I knew she would.
So
I knew she would.
That means, we do have our first victim to the island.
Send Aaron to the island.
He's going to the
Send
island.
me to the island.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, beautiful view.
Go to the island for the Cowboys. Hey.
Oh well.
We are going to the island for the Cowboys. Yes, Yes, we are. Yeah. The Cowboys. Yes, we are.
All right.
Next,
jump to game number 2.
Back mountain style.
Get the
going to the island.
Slide to move here. Here we go. Next up, we got Miami is going to Buffalo. Buffalo is a 6.5 point home favorite. I don't think it's going to be that cold in Orchard Park, New York this week, or rainy. So that's not going to be an excuse here. It's going to be a good game, good weather game.
Oh, that's good.
Buffalo 6.5 points. So Tua's back. I don't think I remember Tua having a good game against Buffalo anyway. So him being back,
they have beaten him with Tua before. I remember.
You do remember that? Yes. I remember them losing with Tua before.
I'm just worried about him. I think he's playing with fire, playing with that neck issue.
It's kind of frightened me too. I gotta admit, I'm creeped out about that. I don't want to see. Who wants to see the guy get hurt? But he's weak.
All right, who wants to go first?
Yeah,
I'm just taking Buffalo because Buffalo's been good, and I don't really see any reason why they wouldn't just win this game by 3 touchdowns.
3.
Miami just doesn't have a lot of firepower. Let's face it. They did do all right against Arizona last week, but I don't know. To me, I don't think they were going to produce enough offense. So I'm going Buffalo. I think they can win by a touchdown. They have to just win by a touchdown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6.5.
Okay.
I'm also taking Buffalo because it's under 7.5. And
nice analysis too. I really appreciate that.
Right to the point.
All right, Aaron.
Aaron, are you also contrarian from New York?
Miami's going to cover the spread. Tua's back. They're able to score against Arizona. They should be able to score. It's not too cold in Buffalo yet, so I think there's going to be a shootout. It's going to be an exciting game, and I think Miami's going to cover, even though I don't think Miami's going to win the game.
Wow, backdoor cover.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What about you, Abe?
What about you, Abe?
I like the Buffalo Bills. I mean, we're talking about the number 1 team in the AFC East, fighting against the saddened little Miami Dolphins team. That's I don't know. They're not even 300. They're having some issues. Tua's back. But, Bills are still going to, we're not talking about 1 billion points here. We're just talking 6.5 points, considering the last 2 games they've beaten their opponents by more than 20 points.
They've been winning by a lot.
I mean, what's 6.5 points amongst 20 points?
You know why they're so good? It's because of Odell,
they're gonna win.
The new receiver they got.
They're going to win by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Right?
They got Odell Beckham, so I mean that's making a huge difference. They needed that. That was a great acquisition.
This isn't going to be a punt game, right? We're lucky to get 1 point. Bills, are we going to get one? No, it's the Bills should come in there and easily get 1 touchdown. There's just 1 touchdown. We're not asking for a lot.
All right, you go, little Bartolo. You go.
Yeah, Dorothy's on Buffalo here too. So, geez.
Okay, send Aaron off again to his island.
Aaron really is really
his island in the sun.
These
islands in the stream.
Island boy.
That is what we are.
Island boy.
Yeah.
It started with the CIA and
it's becoming a trend.
A few more seconds.
Do you think we could go through an entire show with Aaron just being on the island by himself?
Yeah, we're about to find out. Hour tour.
Hour tour. Okay.
All right. We got other games. Like, you might ask me, why am I bringing up New England, Tennessee? But I am.
Because it's a fascinating game.
Yeah, I thought there was something interesting here. I thought, and they had Tennessee favored by 3.5 points.
Wow.
Was that Billy Joe Tulliver?
But the thing is, Drake May is not probably playing. That's the problem.
Yeah, but
New
England's defense is playing, and they're well coached. I don't think that's a lot of respect to give Tennessee.
Tennessee has Mason Rudolph now, right? He's playing quarterback.
Really? It's not Billy Joe?
You just don't want to. If you go with your system, you're going to take Tennessee.
Actually, I went against it here, and I took the Patriots because I just
if you have a system, you've got to stick with it, or else it's not a system.
Well, I broke the rule here.
It's a gimmick, not a system. So
I broke the rule.
I'm going to go with Tennessee this time because I think it is time for them to play a pretty good game, and all they're going to have to do is play against Brisket, and he just doesn't scare me. What do you think, Aaron?
I like Brissett. I do. I like Brisket too. Abe, who you on?
I like the Patriots. I like the spunk they've shown lately. I mean, Drake may I like, although now Brissett is under center, but he still led them to a win over the Jets.
Brisket.
And the Titans are just terrible no matter who the quarterback is. So I will go with the Patriots. I think they will win outright.
Okay. Abe?
I personally think that both teams should just lose. I don't even think there should be a winner. I think they just should both just take the L, because that's about as interesting as this game's going to be. However, there's a few things to keep in consideration. Of course, Will Levi, he is questionable for Sunday. They're not
Mason
saying
Rudolph.
Most likely to play.
Mason Rudolph.
Levi, yeah, he's questionable.
He's not playing either?
Well, he's questionable. It says he's questionable for
So
Sunday.
who would
That's
play
what we got.
quarterback?
Well, who's going to play? Well, shit, maybe you, Chab Dog. Maybe they'll call you to go down there
Oh, my
and throw the football.
God. So you're saying they don't have a quarterback?
Well, I'm saying there's a possibility they don't have a quarterback because he's questionable for Sunday, along with Tony Pollard, who is their running back, who's also questionable for Sunday.
So they don't have Rudolph's questionable and Levi's questionable? Both of those guys?
Pollard and Levi is questionable, yes.
What about Rudolph?
Rudolph?
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
Yeah,
Rudolph stinks.
He's okay. He's in there.
All right, so I'm sticking with my pick.
Okay. He doesn't pop up on the
He was trying to screw my thinking up.
All right. I'm
No.
we stopped him.
What did Dorothy say?
Oh, yes. And Dorothy, by the way, she's having supper with her parents. So, I mean, that's how we got dinner around the table. That takes kind of an important precedence here because she's in, what state is she in? Wisconsin? She's back east anyway.
Either Arizona or Wisconsin, one of the two, right? Probably Arizona, most likely.
Maybe Arizona.
Yeah, I think their parents have a house in Arizona.
She took Tennessee as well.
Oh, see, I have her with me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I definitely want to stick with my pick.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, no. That's a no. We're not gonna do Tennessee on this one. No.
Okay. No. Next.
Okay, we split on that. Take game 4.
No.
Ooh, it's kind of good music there. That'll be the Denver Broncos are traveling to Baltimore, and Baltimore's an 8.5-point favorite.
Ooh.
So here's where I am using the system. It's like,
Purple Rush boys.
It's over 7.5. I don't like those helmets. Something's weird.
I like way Denver's been playing. I'm going Denver.
I like Denver on the road here.
That's a fat spread, man. That's a fat spread.
8.5.
It is a fat spread.
Anybody tempted to take 8.5? Bueller?
No.
Bueller?
That's the joke.
It is.
When's
Nice and fat. I like it nice and fatty. I like that big spread. Everyone's like, oh, Denver, they're the surprise team of the NFL. They're everyone's darling. Oh, Baltimore just got hammered by Cleveland. Baltimore's going to come home, and they're going to lay that smackdown on Bo Nix. And we're going to cover this spread. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. So there's a strong yes.
When's the last time the Ravens covered a big spread at home? Mm-hmm. They don't tend to even play at home. They tend to.
They score a million points. They covered against someone. They beat down Buffalo. That was a spread.
They had some good
it was
wins
a small
on the road.
spread. They hammered Buffalo.
But
they destroyed Tampa Bay. And they have a little blip on the radar against Cleveland, but they're just going to get back to their juggernaut ways here. So I am laying that spread.
I don't know. What does Dorothy say?
Fat.
She probably went with Baltimore.
Yeah, she took Baltimore.
Mm.
And no, I'm taking the Broncos. Who are you taking?
I said Broncos.
Okay, phew. And that's where we avoided going to Pedo Island this week.
Abe.
On that one anyway.
What about Abe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Denver as well. I'm not gonna play with these Baltimore Ravens, especially Denver. I mean, I think they're good enough to keep it close. I mean, I don't see the Ravens just marching all over them and
8.5 is what they have to keep it close.
Yeah.
So closer.
All
I think
right,
they're gonna keep it close.
Let's make Baltimore prove it this week.
Yep.
Prove it or lose it.
But Dorothy and Abe, or Aaron, sorry, Dorothy and Aaron are taking the favorite there.
Always.
So we split on that.
Well,
Game 5. Okay, here we go. The resurgent Washington team is traveling to the New York Giants, but they're not in New York. They're in New Jersey, in the Meadowlands.
The G-Men.
Does it smell in the Meadowlands? You can't get a whiff off of fresh kills in Meadowlands, can you? Aaron?
It's not great. It's not a great smell.
Oh.
I mean, the Secaucus train station is close enough. That place reeks.
Ugh. Just the name Secaucus just sounds. Anyway, so Washington's traveling. Let's start with you, Aaron, because this is your team. What's the scouting report on the Giants this week? Can they knock the Redskins off outright, or why the Redskins have a 3.5 on them?
Is there a better team?
I think I think I like the Giants' chances this week. Here's how I'm going to talk myself into the Giants this week. Jaden Daniels did not find the end zone against the Bears until that fluky, terrible Hail Mary that killed the Bears. So no touchdowns for that team until that last play. And then in the first meeting against the Giants, they couldn't get in the end zone. So their red zone offense has really been struggling. They're great in between the 20s, but they have trouble getting in the end zone. So I'm hoping the Giants can take advantage now. They had a game against Pittsburgh where even though the Giants didn't cover the spread, I think they competed. They played harder. They played better than a lot of people thought they would. They were able to run the ball against Pittsburgh with Tyrone Tracy, who is looking like a good replacement for Saquon Barkley. So they finally gave Tyrone Tracy the keys last week, and he did very well. So I'm thinking play red zone defense, give the ball to Tracy more, score a couple touchdowns, and pull the upset here and send those Washington fans home sad.
Okay.
I think he's in like a fever dream or something. I mean, do you see any of that happening, Chabdock?
No, he's just waxing profusely, and he's trying to talk himself into something, and that's great. I mean, he's a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else here cares enough about the Giants to even conjure that up. And last week, we saw how good the Giants were. Just not good enough. So let's just go with this. The Commanders can get this done, I think. I don't know why they can't.
Yeah, they've clearly got the momentum on their side. And even if the backup comes in, the offense is still running pretty well regardless of who's at quarterback.
The backup, I don't even know who the backup is, but I think it's somebody that I've heard of.
It's
Bueller.
Oh, it's
Bueller.
Moses, right?
Bueller.
Moses Mariota.
Moses.
Mariota.
Marcus
Mariota.
Mariota.
Yeah.
It is dark.
Hello.
Darkness. Hello.
Oh.
We've got
Hello, we just finished dinner.
Dorothy.
Yeah,
You
you're
finished
like
dinner
a shadow.
in the closet? Did he have dinner in the closet?
We had steak and pasta. So steak and
Darkness.
pasta restaurant.
Total
Oh,
darkness.
that's
Restaurant.
amazing.
That sounds good.
Bartoletti's, Italian steaks and seafood.
My God, that sounds
Oh, wow.
delicious. We were just talking about Dorothy, about, Aaron going with his homeboys, the Giants again, and everybody else, just, abandoning that ship, and he just standing on the island, with all his other
Are
islands.
you going to let him go to the island, or are you going to take his side on this?
You're the one who's going to determine if he goes onto the island with the Giants and the Cowboys and a whole bunch of other crappy ass teams.
I think I sent my picks to Eric. I think I did not choose the Giants.
Yes.
That's a crime.
Yeah, I can confirm
sad.
she did not.
Three islands?
Three island.
3 times on the island?
First
place.
What
I'm going to be in first
party.
place after this week.
We're going to have to call it Aaron's Island.
That's
Aaron's
right. Think positive. Think positive. Holy crap.
If he wins this week, we know something really weird is going to happen in the election.
Yep. Here are the usual suspects here, too. Some of them,
All right.
anyway.
I'm going to keep an eye on this game.
Do you want
just
to go
for
to a
Aaron.
break and play something like a quick commercial or a quick clip?
Yeah, let's play the
they're gonna
garbage.
send you a
Since we
hat
like
or
we
something.
Garbage in.
Giants beat
precisely.
these
I
Commanders,
think
yeah.
the audience has seen
I think they want to see
that we've
this.
given some really good garbage picks here, like enough garbage picks to understand that it's garbage in, garbage out, or it's double your garbage back.
We can't take them back either. Once they're out there, they're out there.
Double your... So how are we playing this? Again, we play clips here on YouTube. It's
under Section 107 of the Copyright Act.
Which
this is for instructional purposes.
It's very instructional, informative.
What to do if you're selling garbage disposal services and
if you're getting them from
customer complaints.
Yeah, especially from who you may be getting a cut rate for a reason, so that they can mistreat you this way, like these people here under Section 107. Yeah, that's it. Brick building there.
It's a Node Brothers. Somewhere in Jersey.
Yeah. Look at it. It's like a local, very... Look at that. This is an Italian very innocuous strip club. Yeah. To say the town deli catering.
That's a badass truck. Look at that thing.
That's like the cheapest ass commercial building you can put up there. Gross.
Stop! What are you doing?
What are you doing? I mean, it's pretty obvious what they're doing here. This isn't an...
You're clogging me up! Mister! What are you supposed you're going? Stop! 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 I demand you stop! I demand you come back here! This instant! This instant, you motherfucker! You motherfucker! Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Boy, that's gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah. The Noni brothers.
This is fucking serious, huh?
He's talking about the Nets.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yes.
He's just so disregarded.
He comes here, he dumps the garbage all over the place.
Oh, he did, huh?
What he did?
How about
You
those
come
nets?
get it now!
Get what, sir?
The goddamn garbage!
We thought you wanted it back.
What? What?
The regular from the deli.
Hello? Where are you?
Yeah, you called yesterday to complain? No, that's our policy. It's written on our trucks. Double your garbage back if you're not satisfied.
I...
So that's it. That's double your garbage picks back. If you're not...
Bueller?
Well, we hope
Bueller?
they're satisfied after this.
That's the joke.
Yeah, no Bueller.
This futile attempt to see
Going! What are you doing? You clogging me! Goddamn garbage!
Finish the call here.
20th. And then I get charged double for it.
Right. We gotta come out twice.
You charged me double for pickups you missed.
My dispatcher asked you, if you're not satisfied, did you want your garbage back?
Of course I don't want garbage back.
Then you're satisfied.
You are speaking shit to me.
I love
Try to
this
send the
shirt,
truck out tomorrow.
They're both wearing purple. It's like the purple.
Like the Ravens.
This is
Yeah,
the purple
that's gonna be
show.
really good for the Ravens.
The purple rush will just do it for them. But actually, they're not breaking those uniforms out until next week. So this week, they're not going to have the purple rush.
Mm-hmm.
So
more garbage in, garbage out. Yes.
Counting on the Broncos.
Yes.
We all are.
What does it mean?
Except Eric. Except Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have the Ravens.
Oh, yeah. And Dorothy has the
Oh,
Ravens.
Dorothy, too. Oh. So Aaron didn't go that was the one where he didn't go on the island.
That is per Mad Dog.
Well, perfect timing. We got Dorothy back because let's jump to Game 6, which is the Detroit Lions are playing at the Green Bay Packers. So it was a table. Must have been very tense energy at the table tonight. Was it, Dorothy?
Dad, they're asking if it was an intense energy at the dinner table tonight with the Packer and the Lions fan. He says extremely tense, yes.
I know she's taking the Lions.
We pretty much talked about nutrition and ravioli, but the Packers are cheese, and the Lions love to eat cheese. So we are going Lions. Now, Dad is concerned about ankle and who our backup is. Any other thoughts, Dad, from the peanut gallery on this game? Lions are favored by 4, right? 4?
On our spread, it's 4.5. What is it? 3.5, 4.5?
4.5. We've got Lions 4.5 point road favorite.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
A lot of lumber.
Green Bay's been a good team this year, but they haven't been very exciting lately. I mean, they've been kind of stuck in neutral. They haven't been covering. I just don't, and I don't like the Green Bay Packers. Their offense has been spotty.
Well, my dad says, quote, "I believe in love," unquote.
I need more than that.
Does love believe in himself?
I need Jared from Subway. I'm going with Jared and the men in baby blue. Detroit for me. They didn't let me down last week, unlike Dorothy, who didn't have the.
I know. I didn't believe
have the faith. That was very bad. I was going to say you should be spanked for that. That was.
I was.
That's the joke.
Colors.
Yes.
I did. I didn't think that it would be a slaughter like that.
No, I don't think any of us who went that way did.
So did anybody go the other way on this? Going with Green Bay?
Did anyone take Green Bay?
Yeah, I got the Pack. I got Jordan Love in the Pack. Hopefully he plays in this game.
God.
I just really like the weapons that Green Bay has. I think this game is going to be back.
Bueller.
You're not only going to go Bueller you.
So I just really like the points here. I think it's going to be a great game.
Okay.
NFC North rivals and 2 great offenses. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I got to take the points.
You're going on the love boat.
You get Hillary Clinton.
Abe, do you want to say anything? You didn't.
Kevin Spacey. Don't forget him. Harvey Weinstein.
You didn't get the 2 cents.
I would say. Listen. First of all, it's going to be a great week for Aaron, or it's going to be a really bad week for Aaron. I mean, I think there's 2 ways to go here with Island Boy. Yeah. But let's keep in mind that Jordan Love is questionable for tomorrow. He is likely to play, though. He is likely to play.
You might get Malik Willis. You might get Malik. What you talking about, Willis?
He's played well at times. He's shown. some real
I'm just providing the factual numbies as they come at me today. So today he is questionable for tomorrow. Who else is questionable for the Green Bay Packers is Josh Jacobs. He is
that's their running back.
Ankle injury as well. That is his running back.
He's like they're only they have 1 or 2 running backs. I'm not impressed with the running game lately.
Again, he is questionable for tomorrow's game. The only positive thing here is that Jordan Love is expected to start, whereas Jacobs is not. There's no other than he's questionable. That's all I got for him. So with that in mind, also keeping, let's look at the spread. Today's spread is a little closer than what we have on the Chab Dog. It's actually a 2.5 point spread with Green Bay. Green Bay being the dog. We have 4.5 points. So we're going to have to work a little harder.
Yeah, that's always scary when that happens.
Slips.
Aaron must be licking his chops now. Boy, we were really suckers, I guess.
Well.
Oh well.
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, Aaron might have, he may have something here, he may not. I don't know. I mean, let's look at the Lions and the Packers. They've been hot, the last games. They're fighting for it. Obviously, Green Bay wants to beat Detroit so that they can be king of the hill. But on our side, Detroit's got to do it 4.5, and this is the time to tell. Are the Detroit Lions the true NFC North leaders, or is it the Green Bay Packers the true NFC North? So Dorothy, we're going to have to find out. Dorothy and Dorothy's dad are going to have to find out on Monday, or actually on Sunday when they play. They're going to have to find out who is really the king of the hill.
Well, next is time for Dorothy Dawn.
So we go through all the games?
No, we're going to take a little break here because it's 45 minutes past the hour. And I want to yield the floor to Dorothy Dawn, and I'm going to
thank you.
I'm going to move Joe Biden here.
Perfect. My padre is going to join me on this, and we're going to teach you how we're going to dress to stay healthy for the cold, wet, rainy game tomorrow.
Awesome.
Okay. So it's supposed to rain. Yes. 70% chance, Dad?
95%.
Oh, excuse me. 95% chance of rain. And so my father grew up here in northern Michigan, and he's taught me how to dress to stay warm, and we got to stay dry tomorrow. So, Padre.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Wonderful, thank you.
Nice to talk
Bob.
to you.
It's Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah.
It's Bob the Packer.
How you doing?
How are you doing, Bob?
Bob the builder?
I'm doing well,
or
thank you.
Bob the preacher. Bob the preacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bob, I don't think a lot of us have Green Bay at 4.5 points tomorrow. I think most of us are going with the Lions. What do you think of that?
If you're a betting man, that's probably a reasonable bet. So,
we like to think
He's
so.
the Packer.
Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow.
We're gonna get it done.
We're gonna find out tomorrow who's king of the NFC North tomorrow, huh? If it's either gonna be Detroit or Green Bay, whoever wins that game, right, is gonna be in first place, I think.
We got Minnesota too.
Well, we'll certainly have firm grip on it. Yes,
Minnesota's there too.
because they've got a 1-game lead now, and I'm not sure where's Minnesota tomorrow.
Minnesota's playing the
Minnesota
Colts.
is
They're playing the
Indianapolis.
Colts. At
Yes.
home.
Playing the Colts.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
But they're
Sunday
playing
Night
in
Football.
Minnesota.
That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a great game. What an interesting matchup.
6.5 point spread there.
You should ask him about that.
Vikings favorite.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you think about that, Bob? Do you give the Colts a chance to pull the upset?
No,
No?
I don't think they're there. Minnesota's good. I don't know how well. I guess they got a bad call there with the Rams. I was surprised.
Yes.
They lost that one. Detroit is very good, but when we played Minnesota, they're very solid.
Yeah. They got good pass defense.
Last division game.
Joe Flacco's playing, though. They got
Yes.
rid of Anthony Richardson. Stinking Anthony Richardson. So Joe Flacco is a better player.
You really have it in for Anthony Richardson.
Right.
Well, I was
That's
calling for him to
right.
get it, and he did.
Flacco, he's backo.
Yeah. I like him. I like Flacco. I took the Colts, I think. It's a big spread,
Something I
isn't
like about how does he do
What's
it?
the spread?
There's something I
That's,
trust about that
6.5.
Flacco.
That's
About
a
that
big
Flacco.
spread.
I'm trusting Minnesota with that spread, too. I'm on Minnesota's side.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Bob's taking me. Yeah, I'm on Bob's side.
Bob's taking Minnesota,
I'm
huh?
taking Minnesota.
You like Sam Darnold. You really feel good about Sam Darnold, huh?
Yeah, I do now.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold
Yeah.
rise this year.
Fight on, Trojans.
Flacco.
All right, so back to
Interesting.
your
Okay.
segment
So-
here, Dorothy, about dressing warmly. Yes, we
Back
need
to
to know.
percent. So how we're going to dress tomorrow is our main priority is stay dry because it's 90% chance of rain.
Yeah, it's 95% during the game.
And its degrees
Wow.
is what, 40? 50?
May get to 50.
And all I brought was flip-flops, by the way. So, I mean, and clothes, of course, but so but my only shoes are flip-flops. So mom is giving me some rain boots, and then we're going to wear stuff that is water repellent. I have a Lions jacket here. It's water repellent hats, trash bags. You bring trash bags to put over your pants. That's what they do in Green Bay, just so you stay dry. And then another trick is the close-knit stuff, right? Like what you have on?
Yeah, up here you got to learn to layer very tight and then fluff out. The more layers you put on, you fluff them out. Each layer gets more fluffy, but the first layer
have a
is
question.
skin tight.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob, how do you feel about your daughter only bringing flip flops up there, forgetting what weather looks like? I mean, she's been in SoCal too long. Is what it sounds like.
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
And what are the special shoes you wear when it rains called? Are they called galoshes or are they called rubbers? It depends on what part.
Galoshes usually is more of a boot. Rubbers are usually what you put over your shoes.
Yes.
So they are called rubbers, huh?
Well, they can be. Or galoshes.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Galoshes is more of a boot that goes up.
Okay, well, put on your rubbers, Dorothy. Okay.
Yeah, Dorothy. How dare you forget your rubbers?
I used to have a pair of Wellington boots for that very purpose. Yeah, you just throw on these big rubber boots.
Duck boots. Duck boots.
Get those rubber boots. Don't be forgetting that.
Black and red with a gray sole, but utility boots.
Okay.
Non-steel toe.
Well, thank you.
Well, hold on.
Do you have more to add on the health segment?
We lost their signal.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost them.
Yep.
All right, they're frozen out temporarily.
But keep warm, layers. I mean, those are important things. I mean, especially like me, SoCal boy. I'm gonna go visit Frank the Tank. We're gonna go to New Jersey. Then it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold in December. So I can't just bring flip flops to New Jersey. First of all, I don't think I would want to wear flip flops in New Jersey, but it's things about layers. So Aaron knows a lot about that. It's very cold where he's at.
Alvarado Street and James. Now we can see two doors open up right
jump
there.
back
One
to the
person
games
running
here.
out.
Let's get the last couple done, right? We have two more.
And they're right there. Collision at Alvarado Street and James M. Woods right there. Now we can see.
There we go. Quiet down. We got football to talk about. Game 7. The Rams are traveling to Seattle. Seattle's a 1.5 point home favorite against our hometown Rams. That maybe some of the Dodger winning dust will sprinkle on the Rams and they'll go up there and stick it to Seattle. I don't think so. I think Seattle's going to win at home. I think they've got a good thing going there. They're not great, but it's a good thing. Good enough to beat a wounded Ram team that's kind of trying to decide who they're going to be this year. Probably not a playoff team, but maybe. They're still up for grabs there. I think Seattle definitely thinks they fancy themselves a playoff team. So give me Seattle 1.5. What are you doing here?
Okay. Well, that's basically your system, right? So.
Yep, that too.
I don't think that system is giving the right answer in this one because the Rams have Cooper Kupp back. They have Puka back. They got a little bit of running game. I think that team is turning it around, and I think they can win this game by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go Rams.
So 2 points for you. Aaron, what are you thinking here?
We're gonna ram it. We're gonna ram it hard. We like these Rams. They're on a roll now. They got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back. They get the big win last week, the upset win, and now they're gonna make a push. And Seattle can't stop a nosebleed. You saw how my pathetic Giants offense looked going into Seattle. Yeah. They stink on defense. The Rams are going to roll up the score. Ram it. Well,
Abe,
I like that.
Are you?
I'll make it quick. I like the Rams. I'm going to ram it as well here against the Seahawks. Keep in mind that Metcalf, yes, the famous Metcalf is out. He will not be playing tomorrow. So they're going to have to throw that ball to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You can change a pick, You already violated the system once. You could do it again.
No, that's not one. I was willing to do it for New England. I'm not swimming the river for the Rams. No.
Dorothy went with the Rams. I'm sure.
Dorothy took Seattle.
She took Seattle?
Yeah, so we're
oh man,
mutually avoiding island time this week.
She didn't know about Metcalf. She couldn't have known about Metcalf. Maybe if she knew about Metcalf, she'd change her pick.
Well, if she can ever get back on the air,
she's not having the benefit of that news.
I mean, we got a nice frozen photo of Bob, though. I mean, I like that. It was a nice photo of Bob.
She's tuning back in.
I like
okay.
We should have like a show with Bob.
There she is.
The Bob Show.
The Bob Show. Dorothy.
You have one last
Seattle,
chance.
even though Metcalf is out tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought long and hard about this. JP chose Rams, but after looking at the records,
The
And
record.
it's in Seattle. It's Seattle. Seattle's tough to win at.
Yes.
Except the Giants beat them there.
Not for my Giants.
Yeah, not for the Giants.
Juggernaut Giants. They make win Seattle look so easy.
The weather's gotten worse.
Did you see what Buffalo did to them last week?
The weather got worse.
They totally violated them last week.
But that was a sunny
completely.
day in Seattle. It wasn't. There's no weather at all. There'll be weather.
Oh my God! Seattle's really not playing well lately, and with no Metcalf, they're hopeless. So I can't. I'm not feeling very nervous about this one.
Okay. Well, there we are.
Yeah.
Let's jump to number 8. The Indianapolis Colts are. Well, we already covered Colts, Minnesota. So.
Well, we should just flesh it out a little more because it was. Did anybody go with the Indy besides me?
Oh, anybody?
I believe I was on that.
Bueller.
Okay.
Yes.
Bueller.
I backed the Flack. I was backing the Flack.
The Flacco, man. Joe Flacco's a good player.
Yeah, it's Flacco. Joe Flacco.
The Colts have been somehow hanging in a lot of games, and so I think they're not overall. They're not a bad team.
Well, Dorothy and I are taking Minnesota, and Abe, are you taking Minnesota or are you taking the Colts? Where are you?
I'm taking Minnesota 6.5 points. Especially over the Colts, and that's pretty much standard there. I did want to quickly mention that the spread did change for the Rams-Seattle game. It's actually flip-flopped now. The Rams are favored to win that game over Seattle, 1.5 points. So we're getting them at a huge discount. We're getting them. We put in the money in Vegas when they were plus 1.5. Yeah. So this right here, choppers. Great. But yes, Minnesota minus 6.5 for me.
We're bargain choppers.
Yep. Well, there we go. So we got a bonus game in here now. Let's look at Monday night. Tampa is traveling to Kansas City. Kansas City's a full 8.5 point favorite.
Ugh. I hate that. I hate it when Kansas City's a huge favorite.
Yeah.
Because they're just not.
Oh, they're huge.
Offense is not.
They've got no incentive to cover any big favorite. They just have an incentive to win.
Last week was a classic example.
Yeah.
They dicked around with the Raiders.
Yeah, they won by
and
7,
then they
but
ended
not
up
10.5.
winning by 7 on a garbage touchdown by the Raiders.
Yes.
Garbage went in, and it screwed me up.
Yeah, but they sure made it close for a while.
So now they're playing Tampa Bay with Tampa Bay's got nothing going on.
No, they don't.
They're all wounded and they're gonna go in there. I mean, Kansas City should be able to cover this, so I gotta say Kansas City.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I
hate
that's the limit on the.
I just
system.
freaking hate doing it.
Or was it 7.5? Anyway, I'm still taking Kansas City. I'm never going to bet against them.
Even though your system says do otherwise.
It says 7.5.
It goes against the system.
What kind of system is
the
this?
system.
Well, I'm making two exceptions.
Forget the system.
Forget the system just so we can shock the system.
Yeah, not every
You better
system's
keep
100%.
track of this because if those deviations prove to be your downfall, then you really have something.
But I think those deviations point to where the system doesn't speak to those games. That's why I picked those games differently.
No, the system is not 100%, but you go with the system every time, hoping that it's 55, 60%. So you go with it every time. You play the percentages. That's what the system is.
Yeah, but if you take the two games the system is going to lose and you flip them to a win and you juice it, you got to even juice your result.
Yeah, you're just trying to cheat.
He's juicing the system.
Juicing
He's like
baby.
putting
Can't
a little
cheat the system.
steroids in the system.
Yeah. So
Did anybody?
7 out of 10. It's 9 out of 10.
Did anybody take Tampa Bay?
Bueller?
Nobody.
Bueller?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's unanimous.
Oh boy, we're
screwed.
Boy.
Chiefs are done. They're going to have their first loss to Tampa Bay because of us. Because
we
of
didn't
us,
talk
they
about
lose.
some other
It's
games,
all because
but
of us.
I guess we don't have time. It's too bad.
No, we always have some time here. I thought this was funny. Did you see this picture?
Oh, what's this?
These two saints.
Gay orgy?
Yeah. And that's their real names.
A gay orgy in New Orleans.
That's the joke.
Gay orgy.
Yeah.
It's the joke.
I do want to talk about something very disturbing, actually, that happened to me today in synagogue.
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
The horror portion was about Noah. And did you know that Noah got really drunk after the flood?
Yes.
And then his son came in and found him drunk.
Yes.
And apparently...
Dude, you're not going to tell this story, are you?
It says...
I know
in
exactly
there.
what it says. Are you going to repeat this?
Well, I couldn't believe it.
You never knew this before.
No.
Oh, I read this years ago.
They had relations.
Yes.
But they didn't say what kind of relations.
Hey, dude.
She said they had relations.
Like I don't want to know. I know what that means. I don't want to know anymore.
And then the son cut his balls off. He castrated him. Because I guess
it's a thing about boats. They say this about submarine guys. They say 100 men go inside a submarine and 50 couples come back out. You know what I mean? What happens on the boat? Or
I
what
thought they
happens
said
on
that
the
about the
yard stays in
Marines.
the yard,
No, that's
boys.
what a Marine talking about a sailor. Yeah,
that's just a Navy joke.
Rivalry talking there.
But the rabbi got up and was talking about it.
It's supposed to be family friendly. What is all this going on?
So you knew about this story. You knew about this.
Yes, because this is in the Christian Bible. I've read the Torah, I've read the Bible. I mean, this is a little similar here. Sure.
The rabbi got up and started talking about the fact that Noah had some flaws, and he mentioned getting drunk, but he didn't say anything about this. You had to dig a little deeper.
Well, it wasn't. Hey, he was passed out. He was a victim here. It was his predator's son that was pouncing on his behind that.
So you think Noah was unconscious through the whole period, the whole thing?
That's what it says. That's what's written. That's what it says, that he Noah got loaded and shit-faced and fell at the stoop.
I didn't remember where
there,
it said that
his son had relations on the floor, apparently, right there. To start.
Yeah,
wow,
but I thought Noah was a participant in that. You're saying Noah was just an innocent. He was an innocent victim.
Yes.
Of Ham. The guy's name was Ham.
Ham is a male rapist. Yes.
Oh God, that was just terrible.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe
I've never thought the same of Ham, and maybe that's why Jewish people don't eat ham.
Yeah, that's why ham is not kosher.
I finally found out.
We figured it out. We figured it out.
This asshole.
Okay. I just misread that a little bit, but now I know why. It wasn't Noah's fault. He just got drunk, and then when he woke up, he was castrated and violated.
Yes. Yeah, what a bad day. But he lived for another 400 years, didn't he?
Another 350, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
After the flood.
Good Lord.
Pretty cool. I like
you learn a lot reading the Bible. You really do. It's a great tool.
So anyways, there's that.
Yeah, and anything else you want to show?
Yeah.
You could play the Trump trash clip. You could play the Dodgers. You could play the...
Well, let's play Abe's bus getting violated.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Abe, you want to see one of your MTA fleet getting violated?
Is this why you decided to stop
Now, the goal is,
things?
of course, to celebrate peacefully and not repeat some of the behavior that we witnessed last night. Some businesses in Echo Park in downtown Los Angeles are now recovering from vandalism and looting. NBC4's Ted Chen is live in downtown L.A. He has the latest. Ted?
Let's get to the
Kathy, city
here.
leaders are promising that the in downtown Los Angeles broken into and looted. A Metrobus set on fire in Echo.
So, what's a celebration without lighting a bus on fire? What's a celebration without new shoes? I mean, this is LA. You gotta show up in style, dude. These people need new shoes.
Listen. Every single time LA wins anything, something is going to be lit on fire. I remember when the Lakers were winning stuff, crap is always on fire. Let me tell you something about LA people when they watch games. When LA people watch a World Series, an NBA final, a Super Bowl, as soon as the game is over, we still turn on the TV to the news channel to see what the hell these guys are going to light on fire. Yeah. Because it's like fabulous LA fans. You cannot give them matches because they will light it on fire. And every year it's like it's like normal. If something doesn't catch on fire, it's like we're not watching some victory thing in LA for sure. So I thought this was normal. I was like, I'm not surprised. You kind of expect this craziness.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, but do you see any of this in New Jersey? Do you have this kind of craziness in your part of the country?
Yeah, what happened when the Devils won
or anything?
Stanley Cup?
Political disturbances that caused flashes.
The Devils won the Stanley Cup. They had a parade in the parking lot because there's nowhere to hold a parade.
Yeah, everything was controlled, because the mob keeps things clean.
Yeah, because they weren't in New York City or anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty tame up here. I mean, it helps that there's like a handful of Devils fans, and that's it.
And
look, if the Yankees won the World Series, the last thing those guys are going to do is catch the train on fire, because they probably have about 1,000 people light them on fire for causing the train delays. Usually in New York City, the people don't want to catch the way to get the hell home on fire, which is their buses and their trains. So the knucklehead, I like to see the knucklehead try to catch a train on fire at Yankee Stadium. I like to see what those guys do to them. That it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
Okay. Well, the other thing we could
new edition.
Way back late here, but so here's the governor of Michigan, and Dorothy, if you're still with us, or if you can make any comments in terms of what kind of work she has.
Night snack. Oh, cheese and crackers.
Who's the most famous contact in your phone?
Oh, George Clooney.
All right.
Why doesn't that doesn't surprise us? Yeah, George Clooney, sure. Because he's like the biggest leftist.
That's a big name.
Douchebag.
It's a big name.
It's a big name, and he's like this big leftist douchebag. Who's full. I mean, he's a great actor. I like George Clooney as an actor.
You should have. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have a professional athlete and famous Barstool.
He's a good actor. I liked him in Burn After Reading. Did you see that?
I like him in a number. I liked him in Ocean's 13.
Yeah.
A number of things he's done. No, he's great. I like watching George Clooney. He's fun.
Just don't have, they.
I just don't disagree with it. I disagree with a lot of his political views. That's all. But I mean, that's not going to bang his acting. His acting's fun. It's like Al Pacino. I mean,
so he is a big name
when it comes to his. I can't be more contrarian.
Pacino, no, you're mixing up Pacino and De Niro.
Oh, De Niro. I always do that. De Niro.
God, you think all the Italians are the same, huh?
Yeah. Well, except for the Jewish one.
Mark would get on you for that.
Yes. Yeah. He would too.
Well, anyway, that. Let's see.
Is there anything? Well, anyway,
the election is going to be.
I guess Dorothy's not able to.
If this was a football game, I would say right now, maybe Trump's favored, but like 2.5. I don't know.
I can't trust the number. Can you trust the numbers? These polls are nonsense.
But you have to. You do have to.
I think is just pure
to go. The last two elections, the polls have consistently underestimated his strength.
I think the polls were lying 2 years ago as well.
If that's the case, then he's kind of like home free at this point.
Well, I would like to think.
But I'd say if he loses Pennsylvania, he'll probably lose the election still. So that's the big question mark, that one state.
So it really comes down, there's no other state that can replace.
Because I think everything else, Michigan and Wisconsin don't really matter. If he wins Pennsylvania, it's over because he's going to win everything else that's a battleground.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll even win the Nevada, but I think he could still lose Nevada, and
what if he won Colorado?
He's never going to win Colorado. He's too far behind there.
Yeah,
but
he might win. You heard all the stuff that
he might win New Hampshire,
in Colorado with that Secretary of State.
No, I didn't know.
Well, you're
that.
not familiar with this?
No.
Anybody else hear about what's going on in Colorado this week with the Secretary? Oh, Dorothy's back. Dorothy, what can you tell us about Gretchen Whitmer?
I don't know anything about that, but I do know about missing ballots.
Okay. Oh, well, can you see this? Can you see this face?
Yes.
And so let me just run some tape of her so you can watch her in motion. So is that like a Botox face, or I see some more supplements in there as well, more than just. But I see the line straightening. Check it out.
She looks no different than a news anchor.
No, I can just.
They all have that face work.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Dorothy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, one of the pastors in Newport Beach says that when he comes to the Newport church, everyone's like,
true. Yeah, she fit right in Newport Beach. There's no doubt about that.
And then he goes inland and people actually have expression, but you can't tell anything at the Newport church.
No.
You can't tell what people are thinking.
He's absolutely right.
They would go to plastic church, huh?
Well, we were asking Ian Ferguson about her the other day because he grew up in Detroit as well. And he said that she's a creation of the corrupt system of politics in Michigan was his take on how a person like her even got the governor's status because she just got promoted through and elected corruptly like they run
What's a corrupt election? Somebody got paid off.
Willie
Is that what
Williams.
you're saying?
Remember Willie Williams in Detroit?
Oh.
You remember Willie Williams in Detroit, Dorothy? The mayor?
Oh,
the one serving time.
Coleman?
Sorry.
Coleman Young?
Yes, thank you. Coleman Young. I said Willie Williams is Chicago. Coleman Young. Do you remember Coleman Young?
No, I don't.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's in jail for a long time. I don't think they're ever going to let him out. Do you think they'll let him out?
What, for political crimes? Come on. Sure he's getting out sometime soon.
He got a long sentence.
Oh.
I think he murdered somebody. Didn't he get a manslaughter charge also found, convicted of? Do you remember that, Dorothy?
Man, I don't know about that.
Coleman Young. I guess this is going back.
I think you're dreaming.
Now, anyway.
Well, go ahead. Make sure everybody make sure they vote.
Gretchen anymore?
Well, can I say something?
Sure.
What?
Hold on. Let me go in the back room.
Oh, she's sneaking
She's
out.
running.
So she can,
this is going to be
really
good. She's sneaking away
mind.
like she's 15 again in that house. I love it.
Really
I don't want my dad to hear this.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, he doesn't want to make a big deal about this. But guess what? He didn't get his ballot sent to him. Uh-oh. He got like a thing from the post office that said that they said he didn't live there anymore. My mom got hers, same house.
Uh-oh.
And yeah. And then my aunt was talking to someone at church, and she said she heard of another couple like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like maybe they're filling out your ballot.
Or he's been deregistered. That's suspicious.
Oh, so you think something weird's going on?
Yeah,
some kind of voter fraud.
In Sun City, Arizona. Because the other one happened, because that's where old people live.
Yes. Arizona.
And so my mom got hers, and he got a message.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if a lot of people, if that happens to a lot of people, you're going to start to see news reports about that. Well, that's really bad.
I think Dorothy might be part of the statistic. One is already too many.
Can he fix it?
Yeah,
can he fix it?
Can be fixed?
Well, he's tried. He tried calling the 800 number on my mom's thing, and it sent him in circles. He's like, I ain't got time for this. I got a sermon to write. So my mom wrote a letter today and asked him.
Show up at a voting place himself.
Yeah, with his ID.
Just show up with his ID and say that.
Take his ID.
That there was some unauthorized, somebody voted his share already, and it needs to be corrected because he is.
Yeah, my mom wrote an email that said it's against the law to not allow someone to vote.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it just to be a provisional ballot. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to make sure he does that. That's my legal advice.
Ah.
So what do? Can he come up here in Michigan because he's an Arizona resident?
Well, then he really should vote in Arizona somewhere.
Where a state of residency, yes.
Go to one.
Right,
of the
that's why he had the mail ballot.
Oh.
No, but there's a voting location. He can find out where there's a voting place.
But he's not in the state of Arizona.
Oh, he's not there?
No, he's in Michigan.
We're in Michigan.
Well, I guess try to go to some place in Michigan then. I don't know.
But you can't. He's out of jurisdiction. He's not registered in Michigan. Okay, I don't know either.
So he's being denied his right to vote. Someone said he doesn't live there anymore. It's not true.
Yeah. He lives in Arizona, so that's
this is like a total border state situation, and because it's impacting two border states, Michigan and Arizona. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah. Good point.
Right. Well, I hope you guys vote.
Yeah,
everybody needs to vote.
I fly back on Tuesday, so I will when I land.
I already mailed mine in.
Yeah, and
I haven't gotten it back, so I went through.
How do you? Do
they should be sending you an update.
But hey, I'm a registered Democrat, so what do I have to worry about? The system's working in my favor here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
my dad is too.
Nothing to worry about.
You want your garbage back?
Ow.
That's why we give you your garbage back.
Wow, that's gonna hurt.
Well, in closing, I think Abe is now leading the league. I'm in Dorothy. I don't know. You caught up to me too, and it's just.
Oh, good.
I'm slipping. I don't know what to say. I need to take more vitamins, I think.
I haven't even had a chance to make any totals here, so I have no idea. So it's not looking good for you, is it?
Yeah, but at least I didn't have to resort to a mindless system.
I think Aaron York deserves a round of applause here.
Aaron's using the island approach.
He got double-digit wins. Wasn't that great, Aaron?
Au contraire.
Yeah.
I'm starting to claw back. And now with all these island picks, maybe I'll keep it going.
If he's in a good mood next week, we're not going to be in a good mood.
Yes, that's pretty much how it's shaping up here.
Yep.
Yeah. So something's got to break, or maybe they'll split down the middle.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say. It's been another good way to spend an afternoon on a Saturday. So
yeah, this was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to kill a show here.
Got to kill it.
All right.
Well,
thank you so much for joining us, Dorothy, from Michigan, the state of Michigan, with her parents, and we got some insight as to how to dress warmly for the game tomorrow. So yeah, have fun in Ford Field. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us all the way from
Lambeau.
New Jersey. Oh, Lambeau. Sorry, Lambeau Field in Wisconsin. Yeah, in Michigan here. But you're driving from Michigan over to Wisconsin?
Yeah, we're in the UP right now.
Okay.
Yes, the Upers.
The Upper Peninsula.
Just dropping some local
the last
Upper
frontier.
Peninsula. Yeah, let's drop
the
some
Ford
acid
Field we
in
would
the
need to
Upper
learn to
Peninsula.
dress.
I can't even name one city in the Upper Peninsula.
No.
I'm fascinated by the.
What is it?
Iron Mountain is where I am. That's where Tom Izzo and Steve Mariucci are from.
Oh, how about that? Izzo's from I know
Tom
Izzo was
Izzo.
a Uper. That's fascinating. And Mooch was a Detroit coach. That's really cool.
I bet they have a lot of good
my
animals up
My
there.
aunt went on a date with them, Mariucci, because this is where my dad was raised too. And my aunt dated Mooch.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Is the Upper Peninsula a little like...
She dated Mooch.
Is it a little like Deliverance when you go in there, you know?
So you could kiss her?
If city kid should not venture into the Upper Peninsula without compass and his shit wired tight, probably.
Giggity, let's have sex.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wired tight.
You got a purty mouth, boy. You're going to do some praying for me.
That's a scary movie reference. And that was a good movie.
Deliverance. You got to watch that movie.
I know, it's if you haven't seen it, it's one of the classic 70s movies. You can watch that. You can watch Gator McCluskey in the Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds and John Voight in the same movie.
That was and you know,
Ronnie Cox.
You could do John Voight in the Odessa File is another good movie of his, but that's him solo.
Enough trying to educate these young people. They just don't have an interest.
I think we should go out with it to live and
okay.
die in LA.
Okay. We're going to go out with a clip.
Abe, thank you too. Yeah.
Thank you, Abe.
On section
as always
39-year anniversary.
Our peerless leader, Abe Vigoda Miranda.
What can I say? I make good picks. It runs in the family.
Yeah, but all glory is fleeting.
Yes.
Remember, Patton knows that.
U.S. Secret Service.
This is a great scene. Oh, John Turturro.
Yes.
Carl. Or Cody?
Yeah, Cody.
Cody.
So there's what LAX used to look like. Okay, so he saw a director's cut.
And with the great background music from Wang Chung.
Yeah, Wang Chung. So he's tearing through the film. Okay, so he was told by airport staff not to do this. Did not get up there and run.
That is really hard because that thing's moving, right?
No, I think he's in the center that's not moving.
Oh, I thought maybe it was moving.
No, he's running down the center. Yeah, there's a center divider. He was expressly told not to do it.
Come on, it's a movie.
Actually, he is on the movie. Yeah, they are moving. He's on the handrails. Holy
That's
shit.
really amazing. Like, he could even do that.
Yeah.
I can't believe he could even do that.
He was expressly told not to do that, and he did it anyway. He just got so fired up in the process of filming the scene. He said, fuck it, I'm going for it. And Freakland just let the camera roll, and they said, hey, sorry. Well, what are you going to do? LAX didn't let them ever film there again.
Does look like LAX. I remember those seats.
Yeah. Oh, they were ballbusters. They still have them in other airports.
You could never lie down because there's always that bar in between.
Yep. You have to stretch your legs out long and slop.
Oh, it goes into the bathroom.
Yeah, this is funny.
Excuse me, miss.
Those ladies. Let's go in this one.
Why did he even go in there?
Well,
in the ladies' room? Yeah.
That's
I guess
the
he
place to go.
might try that.
Hey, what the hell? You some kind of freak?
Yeah, you can see the shadow.
William Peterson.
U.S. Secret Service. You're under arrest for possession of
He fires off like it's,
and then remember how later he escapes? He goes like this and he claps his ears with his hands. Oh, must have really hurt.